Happy Friday. Before I go ahead and jump into the 5, 6 tapes I'm going to show off today and talk about, I'm going to just, address the big fucking elephant in the room. Yesterday was a shit show for my channel. I uploaded a pretty toxic video, took it down about an hour later after thinking about how my viewers are not just people that don't know me. There's also my family and other people that watch my channel still. So I don't want them to like worry about me and think that I'm going nuts or that I'm like about to get super depressed or anything like that. So I just took it down, but I wrote a community post to explain like what the hell is going on. I got a shitty comment yesterday. It's still on my black metal video. I haven't deleted it. He hasn't responded to it. But Greg has been a viewer of my channel for a while. He's commented on some stuff before. It's never been a troll thing, but his comment really, really pissed me off. I'll just be honest with you. And a big thing about that is because, like, losing your job and literally your livelihood is completely fucked from it is not something that I take lightly. And when that happens to people, like, I do my best to try and help people. And the fact that it happened to me this year has been tough. Like, it's still not over yet. I started a new job this week on Tuesday because Monday was a holiday. I mean, I'm not getting paid yet for another 2 more weeks, so there's still 2 weeks of figuring out how we're gonna survive with what we currently have in our bank account. But as soon as I start getting my regular payments, like, life is going to slowly go back to normal, and that's going to be fantastic. And I cannot wait to be able to pay my car bill that's behind like 3 months. And thankfully the bank has been pretty, lenient and they've been okay. But our other car, we have 2 car payments. That other car we gave up. We said, here, take it, because we can't afford the car payments. So that's the reality of the situation. I'm not trying to like get pity out of anybody, but it has been really fucking tough these last 5 weeks. And that is why I sold off 90% of my vinyl collection, because I needed to pay rent. And no, Florida unemployment is an absolute joke. It's like between $230 and $275 a week, but it caps out at $3,500, and that's it. You're done. You don't get it anymore. However, I still haven't been approved for unemployment. My application is still pending, and that is a known issue in Florida. I have several other friends that were laid off around the same time as me. They still have not been approved for unemployment either. So this whole time I've been doing Uber Eats, and if you're in the US, you know what Uber Eats, you know what DoorDash is, and it's making like $100 a day, which is pretty much nothing when you have car payments, rent, electricity, insurance, because you have to have insurance here for your car. Otherwise, Florida, they suspend your license. What did I say? Internet, insurance, food, like all these things. Like, it's not a lot. So that's just the reality of the situation. So when somebody comes in and it's like, oh, are you just trying to get a pity cry for free vinyl? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Come on now. Like, this channel has been around for over 3 years now. I don't ask anybody for anything. Anything that's ever been sent to me, I've been very transparent about and saying, like, they sent this to me as a gift, which is ironically going to be this video today. Fun times. But I've never actually, like, gone through and said, hey, donate this to the channel because I can't afford it. And you know exactly how many YouTubers out there do that. That's not who I am, and that's not what this channel will be. So that's all I wanted to state yesterday, but I did it in a much more sarcastic and pissed off way, but I'm much more calm today. I mean, I was pretty calm yesterday. I'm not a person that backs down, though, so if anybody who thinks that, like, you can just shit talk me, I'm just gonna, like, let it ride and let it eat away at my soul, like, no, I'm gonna pop back. Like, that's just how I've always been. I like shit talking people. I think it's fun, and when it's all in fun and we were just, shooting the shit and stuff like that, like, I'll totally do it. But when it gets to the point where you're personally attacking me, like, there's absolutely fucking no way I'm gonna just let it go. That's just how I am. I have integrity. I like to keep my integrity intact, and the people that know me, and there's been several people that messaged me after yesterday, there were a lot of comments on that video, but I ended up deleting it because some of them were calling out specific YouTubers, and I was like, you know what, I don't need to have beef with other YouTubers right now. Like, that's just fucking stupid. So I removed it completely. But yeah, moral of the story is here. Moving forward, I'm just going to block comments and just not say anything anymore. Even if you've been a long time subscriber to me, when you come in with a shitty ass comment like that, block, remove from my channel. Just don't even watch me. I don't want your views. I don't care. And yeah, my YouTube channel is monetized. This is another thing that I don't understand. Like, I've talked about this several times, and you can Google this and you can look into it. Yes, my channel is monetized. Yes, I get paid for my videos. No, I don't monetize when I upload streams of like bands and stuff like that because I don't feel right taking their money. No, I don't charge people or anything like that to promote their music on my channel. It's all free. My videos make like $2 a day, if that. And it takes me almost 6 months to get $100 in my Google AdSense account. That is when it eventually goes into my bank account. Like, you have to accumulate $100 before it gets sent to you. Like, I don't make shit off my YouTube channel. So when I do finally get that payment, it's exciting. It's like, woo, yay. And a lot of people have been like, oh, why not create a Patreon? You could probably get several hundred people. No, I don't think that I'm going to provide anything different for my Patreon subscribers that I would here, which is why I got rid of it years ago, which is why I'm not using it. I'm not going to tell people to become a member of my channel and do member-only videos, which a lot of YouTubers do. I just don't want to, I don't care to make money off my channel. This is just a hobby. It is just a hobby. It is just something that I love doing. I love talking about music. We've talked about this 100 times. I've said this 100 times on my channel. I am not going to do that. If I was in YouTube to make money, I would do exactly what Justin Horville does. I would do exactly what Mordant Red does. I would do exactly, well, Schnell, but I wouldn't do what Schnell does. Like, I would capitalize off of toxicity, and I would do those things for views, and I would do clickbait shit, and there is nothing wrong with that. I respect their hustle 1000%. I've said that. That is their lane. That is what they choose to stay in. And I know that they're probably, I know for a fact they're making more money off their YouTube channel than I am. I don't know how much. I can kind of guesstimate just based off of the views that they get per day, just knowing how the revenue works. But it's still not a lot. So, but if I really wanted to do stuff for views, if I really wanted to get shit for free, if I really wanted to do all these things that all these YouTubers do, I would be doing it. It has been over 3 years now, and I've maybe done 3 clickbait videos. The Justin Horville reaction, which got me to know who he was. Then he came on my channel, and we did a whole stream together. And then I did some like albums I don't really care for that other people like, that got a good thing. And then the hate comments, like the viewers like hot takes videos. Those are pretty much the clickbaity ones that I've done. So I've been talking about this for way too long. But anyway, I know I just wanted to address it. I don't want to act like it didn't happen yesterday, because it did. It was definitely not my best moment on YouTube. I will admit to that. However, I don't regret it, and I'm gladly going to tell people to fuck right off when I feel it's appropriate. So that's exactly what I did. So anyway, moving on. I've got a bunch of tapes here that Intuit Records sent me like a little over a month ago, that I mentioned I was going to go back and listen to and dive more into, and then come back and show it to you guys and talk about it. Well, that's what I'm doing today. I've got 5 of those tapes right here that I finally sat down, listened to these last several weeks, soaked it in, and feel comfortable enough. I got my notes over here, and then I pulled off 2 other tapes that I've been listening to a lot this week, and I'll show those really quickly. I know I've shown this off on the channel already. This is one of my favorite releases from last year, but Fossilization, Leprous Daylight on Everlasting Spew. I did have this on CD and vinyl, but I sold them both and just kept the tape. But this is one of my favorite releases from last year. Just suffocating awesome death metal. I love this band, and I figured I've been listening to it a lot, so I would show it off today. Again, first full-length album. Check them out. Again, I don't think I need to discuss them anymore because I've talked about them so many times on this channel, but I figured I would show off the tape today because that's what I've been listening to. Good stuff. I do hope to get the record back one day. I know a ton of distros have it right now, so this is like on my list to get back when I'm able. But for now, the tape is awesome. It sounds great, and like I said, you can get this at Night Shift merch, indie merch, anywhere that Everlasting Spew sends their stuff to U.S. distros. Good price. They don't overcharge you for tapes, so good stuff. I love that album. The other thing is, this morning, I heard Justin talking about this on his video this morning, and that is the Alter and Cartilage split that Extreme Music put out, I think, last year. But yeah, if you're not familiar with these bands, definitely go check them out. This was a really good split. He mentioned it in the channel, on his video, about how he listened to it and he thought it was pretty good. So then I naturally took it off my shelf today and listened to it. But to old school underground bands that you should check out. I won't go into full detail because I've already talked about this on my channel, but it just piqued my interest. He talked about it, and agreeing with him, yeah, this is good. So check this out, Extreme Music. I got this through the Gurgling Gore distro a while ago when he first got these in stock. So I'm not too sure where you can find them now, but I definitely think that's a great split. Okay, so let's get into the new tapes now. So the first one is a Swedish band. It's their third full-length album. It's melodic black and death metal, more melodic black metal. I honestly am going to be honest with you, is what I hear more of, and that is Sarcasm with Mourningghoul. This is their new full-length album that came out. It's their third full-length album, and honestly, if you're a fan of Necrophobic or any of those style of bands, you'll really enjoy this record, because that's what it sounds like. It's got that melodic black metal sound, and then there's every once in a while that death metal feel into it. So this really cool turquoise blue tape with the print on it, and then the J card is pretty beefy, so it's got a nice thick J card, so I really like that. So there you go. I will link in the description all of these bands for you to go check out. So if you're ever wondering what these are, what I showed off in my video, check the description. The links will be there. I always put them there. Sometimes I forget and people let me know in the comments, and then I'll fix it. But so here's the other side, just the album cover. So I like that album cover. It reminds me of like Diablo, the game. Such a gaming nerd. I always like correlate those things, but it is really good. It's got that melodic black metal feel. It reminds me quite a bit of Necrophobic at times, so I think if you're into that style of music, you'll enjoy this album. I've been listening to this a lot. This is definitely a good release that came out, and I definitely think it's worthy of checking out. So thank you once again for sending this to me. This was a good pick for me. I knew, I definitely enjoy it. It came out, I can't remember, it came out fairly recently, so it hasn't been out for that long. So definitely check this out. The next one is Sadism with Obscurans, I think is how you say it. Sadism has been around for a really long time. This is their 10th full-length album. The band is out of Chile, so Chilean death metal. And this was one of my favorite releases that I got in the package. I've been listening to this quite a bit. This is your no-frills death metal. Nothing, super unique or like reinventing the wheel here. And again, they've got 10 full-length albums out, so they've been around for a while. They've been doing this for a while. But it's definitely in the vein of death metal of like Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, Vomitory. That's definitely the sound of death metal I get on this. But it's just, it's a good, fun listen. It's a good death metal. Like I said, it's not reinventing the wheel or anything here, but it is a very good release. And, I need to go back and listen to their other releases, but I've been familiar with this band, and Chilean death metal is just good. Like, it's got a really good death metal scene, a little bit underrated too. So this is another fantastic release that came out last year. So this came out last year. It's been out for a while now. So this went under my radar last year, but I'm glad that this was sent to me. I've been seeing it floating around on distros and stuff. And again, it's got that Cannibal Corpse feel. Every once in a while, I feel like the vocals remind me a lot of Vomitory and even Deicide. So it's got a mix of all of that. But again, it's just really good, straightforward death metal. Definitely worth listening to, and it's fantastic. So check that out. I like that album cover. It's a cool album cover. I like the red tapes and all that stuff. I've talked about that several times on here. That whole red aesthetic is one of my favorites. All right, then the next tape in this box that I absolutely loved, and this is just right up my alley in terms of things that I want to collect. Sorry, my laptop is making noise over here. Is this old school death metal demo from 1994, and that is Denial, Shreds of Flesh. So this is the only thing that they've ever released, but it is definitely those underground old school death metal demo gems that you should have in your collection. This is one of those things where it probably won't get reissued again. It'll probably become obscure and then it's super hard to find, and then going for like $50, $100 on Discogs. So if you're able to find this, I would definitely think you should listen to the YouTube link that I'll post. I think you really enjoy this. It's very, very demo sounding. The production is absolute garbage on this. But it has that evil old school death metal sound to it, obviously, because that's what it is. Great riffs, blasphemous style of vocals. Just the riffs actually remind me of earlier death records. So it is a very good demo, and I've been enjoying this. I think you can see like the wowness of there. I just recently listened to this again, but I've listened to this several times. It's a quick listen. It's only 4 songs, so it's not a whole lot. The band is also from Germany too, but like I said, it's the only thing that they've released, so it's one of those little demo gems. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Ken posted this on his channel. I should look. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. He probably already showed this off, but this is definitely one of those things that you would get from Ken's Death Metal Crypt, because he probably has the original copy of it. So this is really good. I really enjoy this. I don't think it's on Bandcamp, to be honest with you. I'll look for the Bandcamp link. I'm pretty sure it's only on YouTube. But check this out. Several distros have this in stock for the US. I don't know if Intuit Records still has it on their website. Some of the stuff that I've been shown off already has already been sold out and not on the website anymore. But I know like Iron Fortress, Gurgling Gore, other labels have been getting their stuff in. So definitely listen to this and check it out. I really, really enjoyed it. This was one of the things that I really enjoyed in that box, and was happy to have. All right, what am I at here? 16 minutes? All right, we're doing good. We're doing good. I try not to go way over 20 minutes. The next one is another demo, old school gem, and that is Desolate with Deface and Obliterate. So this was a demo from 1993, U.S. Death Metalers. I think they were out of Massachusetts. And this is a reissue. I believe, yeah, this is a new cover, but the original demo cover is in the J card. Just a nice, like, gray pro-printed tape. I think that's like gray. It's not white. It's definitely darker than white. I don't know if the camera caught that up. But this is also really, really good, and this is something I've been listening to a lot. This was one of the things that I really wanted when I saw Intuit release it. Hello, camera? You gonna focus? Why are you going out of focus, camera? The fuck, camera? Come on! Not today! There we go. Nope. Oh, there we go. Okay. So here's the J card. There's the band. And you can see the liner notes about how it was a demo from 93. And then on the other side, the original demo cover is right there. So that's what it used to look like. So they just revamped the cover. This, I don't think, is on Bandcamp. I wasn't able to find it. But there are a couple of songs from this demo on YouTube, so I will link it. But this has got evil screams, like monster noises, like just the really low, creepy, guttural, deep, monster-sounding vocals at times, buzzsaw guitars, great riffs. The production actually is not too bad on this demo. It definitely sounds a lot better than Denial. So I really enjoy this. This is one of those other things that'll probably go obscure again after this reissue and then be expensive to find. So definitely listen to this and pick it up too. This is worthy of paying for, especially if you're a demo chaser, a death metal demo chaser. These last 2 ones are really, really good to put in your collection. Those have been frequent spins since I've gotten them. And then finally, the last thing for this video is a thrash album, a death thrash album. Somebody said it was crossover in the review that I was reading. It's like, I don't necessarily hear that, but whatever. Anyway, it is Deadhead with Shadow Soul. So this is really, 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 really good. This is an EP that came out, was it this year? Pretty sure it was this year. Last year. And this is a band out of the Netherlands. Very underrated death thrash band. They've got other albums out. I can't remember how many because I didn't put it in my notes. But they've been around since the early 90s. And The Feast Begins at Dawn is such a classic, underrated thrash metal album. So you have to listen to that. That's how I knew who these guys are. It is just, you should listen to it. It's definitely classic. And I saw that Dennis on Analog Archives posted that record on his Instagram yesterday, I think, because he forgot to call it out in a video that he recently just did. So definitely check it out. But this EP is great. This band, like I said, they've been around for a long time. They've been around since the early 90s. I think 91 was their first release. All over print tape. And this is just an EP to celebrate their like 30th anniversary or something like that. 34th, I can't do math in my head right now. But it's really good. They sound pretty tight for being around for so long. Just underrated bands. Definitely not a band that gets brought up often when you're talking about, you know, classic thrash or just iconic legendary thrash bands or anything like that. So here is the J card. There you go. And then on the other side is the lyrics. So this is a really good release. I was looking to see who did the recording. It's not anybody that I recognize. Never mind. For some reason, I thought it was. But anyway, this is also out on Hammerheart. So if you can't find the tape from Into It, Hammerheart released this, I think, on CD. I think they also released a couple of other these releases too. Definitely this one I know that they did. Maybe these are the two that they did. But yeah, this is really good. Check it out. I will link in the description. This is definitely on Bandcamp, and I will also link the other album that I called out, their classic album, worthy of it. But yeah, totally underrated band. So that is all that I have today. Again, gonna move forward and just vow to myself to just ignore people and block them. But yeah, that's all I have. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Next week I am like fully ingrained into my job. Like this week was just training videos and onboarding everything for me and just really nothing. But next week I'm like going head in meetings all day and stuff like that. So I'll be uploading my videos later in the day. But I'm gonna still, do it. I don't know what I have coming up. I don't have anything really new coming in the mail because I haven't really ordered anything. But I'll think of something. But yeah, so check out all these stuff, great stuff. And once again, thank you so much to Into It Records for sending me that package, that care package. That was incredible. Great label. Check them out. Link in the description where you can buy all this. And I will see you guys in the next one.